It's that time of year
Yes.
where you're craving some comfort food.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to start making a big
Some
pot of something.
soup.
So you are gonna love this recipe.
We have all of our ingredients laid out here.
We're making Italian sausage soup.
We have some Johnsonville sweet Italian sausage.
And you guys could use any kind of sausage you want, spicy, mild, whatever you like.
We're just going to remove the casings and then crumble it up.
And you can buy this already ground up as well.
We will brown up the sausage and drain the fat.
And then,
1 cup of diced sweet onion.
once they're soft,
That smells good. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic.
add some of that in and let it cook for a couple of minutes.
Smells even better. And 1 can of diced tomatoes.
And you don't need to drain this,
4 cups of chicken broth.
which is basically this entire box. We'll pour that in there.
1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning.
And we'll mix that in. Then,
2 cups of water.
now you could use broth also, but I'm just going to use some water for right now. I didn't want to open another box.
And cover it.
And then we got some,
Bow tie pasta. Sprinkle some of that in there. 1 cup of it.
depending on how much liquid you add, this should be enough for the soup. And we're going to let that simmer for about 10-15 minutes. Oh, and hey everyone, we have a brand new cookbook out. The Best of Cooking with Shotgun Red Volume 3 is available now.
We got a lot of good recipes in this cookbook.
So check it out.
Once the pasta is cooked, then we are adding 2 cups of fresh chopped spinach.
Delicious. And we're going to just mix this in there, and this is going to reduce down very quickly.
1 cup of Parmesan Romano cheese.
We'll mix that in. Look at that. Delicious. It smells so good. And then,
1 cup of heavy cream.
now you can thicken this soup up if you like by making, a slurry, flour and water, or cornstarch and water. But I'm going to keep this more of a brothy type soup today. Add a little bit more heavy cream.
Stir that around in there.
And we're going to let that cook for about 5 more minutes.
Give it a stir and let's eat.
Look at that. Pull some of that up in there. Look at all the colors.
A lot of flavor. Look at this.
This is so good. Such a tasty soup. Comfort in a bowl.
Today we're going to make a great recipe that's easy to make. It's one of these crock pot recipes that you can set it and forget it. Taco bean soup recipe, aka 5-can soup recipe. Either way, it sounds delicious. Let's get started. And first of all, I'm just going to put the meat in here. This is our 1 pound of ground beef. Now he says 1 cup of water, but he also says to drain the corn. Why not drain the corn into a cup and make that part of our 1 cup of water? So I'm going to keep that, add enough water to get our 1 cup. I'm going to take this and put it in the microwave until it's really hot, and then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. And what I wanted to heat it up for is to put this taco seasoning in there, which I would normally put in the meat. Now you can just go ahead and fry it in with the meat, but because I left it out of there to show you what goes in there, I kind of wanted to dissolve it in there. Oh, that looks good. Smells good coming up out of there. And here's the interesting ingredient, is a package of ranch dressing mix. He says you can use the generic kind or you can use, Hidden Valley. We just use Hidden Valley just to make sure that we give you the good stuff because I like that brand. And we're going to put that in that same warm water and corn juice there. I just want to get it dissolved real good. And we'll kind of stir that in. Now normally when I brown the burger, I would brown or saute the onions as well. But because this is going to go in the slow cooker for a while, I'm going to put them in just raw and let them kind of soften over the 3 to 5 hour cooking process. Now we're going to put in that sweet corn. Now you could be pouring this all directly right into the crock pot, but I wanted to show it on camera here so you could see it in this glass bowl. A can of mild rotels, and now all the rest of the ingredients, I'm using all the juice from the cans because it does say that this is a soup, so it's going to require some liquid. This is our hominy. Now I'll tell you what I did. Because I knew there was going to be a lot of beans in here, and I knew the hamburger would be a darker color, you can get golden hominy, which is yellow, or you can get white hominy. And he didn't specify which one. I'm going to use juice and all because I want the liquid, but I'm going with the yellow. That looks good. Kind of helps itself along with the regular sweet corn. Then we're going to put in a can of, and these are just standard size cans. These are kidney beans and pinto beans, juice and all. Look at this. Doesn't that have great texture and color? What a great idea. I'm going to have to see what it turns into once it cooks for a few hours. We might have to add a little water, or maybe we don't have to add anything. But we'll see. Got her set on high, not warm. We got the knob one back from all the way over, so we know we're on high. We'll dump that in there. All right, we got it set on high, and in 3 to 5 hours, we're either going to have taco bean soup or 5-can soup, or both in the same pot. We'll see in about 3 to 5 hours. Well, it's time to take a look in our slow cooker. When I first poured everything in here, I was talking it over with Sheila. I said, everything's cooked, the burgers, stuff in the cans. Couldn't you just heat it and eat it? Not really, because it stays too thick. Once you cook it for 3 to 5 hours, it creates this liquid that makes this delicious soup. Like I said, I peeked a couple times. It looks fantastic. And I'm going to kind of cheat and take it out at 3 hours. You can go 4 or 5, and that's probably the right thing to do. But come on over and you make a decision when you take a look in this slow cooker. It's been in here for 3 hours on high. It looks fabulous. Sheila, let's get a close-up. All right, I had to pull the lid off so Sheila could get a focus on there for the camera. But let's take a look inside our slow cooker here. Look how much this turned into a soup instead of that real thick combination that we had earlier. Isn't that beautiful? Wow-wee. I'm going to dish this stuff up here. Look at the liquid that it produced. And we're going to kind of garnish these up for cheddar cheese on top. But Sheila likes this Mexican brand cheese, like a 5-cheese Mexican cheese kind of thing. Then we're going to put a little dollop of sour cream in the middle of each one of these. For some reason, I can never find corn chips at the grocery store. They got all these other chips, but all I could find was corn chips that were called Scoops by Frito. So they're a little bit bigger, but I kind of like the idea that you could push them down in there and then come up with a little more soup on your corn chip. But there you have it. Taco bean soup or 5-can soup or something, but it looks terrific.
Crock-pot chicken enchilada soup. It's a simple,
Easy.
And delicious recipe. So we are going to take you back and we're going to show you how it's done.
we got our 6-quart crock pot out here and we're going to pre-grease it. And then,
6 boneless, skinless chicken thighs.
and we just chop those up. So I'm just going to put those right on in here. And I like to use the chicken thighs because they don't dry out. I mean, sometimes the
They got a
chicken
lot of
breasts
juice.
dry out.
Yeah, they got a lot more juice.
And then,
1 medium diced onion. 2 10-ounce cans of green enchilada sauce.
or you could use a big can if you've got one, but this is all I could find, and so I got the 2 10-ounce cans. And then I picked up some of this salsa verde, and this is the mild.
1 cup of that.
Dump that in there. And then,
1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And we're going to use 3 cups of chicken broth.
and this is the lower sodium, about 4 cups in this box, so I'm going to do about 3/4 of it.
It's great northern beans.
Now, you could use pinto beans if you want, but I like the white northern beans. And these are drained and rinsed.
It's a 15-ounce can.
And then,
Heavy whipping cream, 1 cup. Here we go with our 8-ounce cream cheese.
we just,
Diced it all up in pieces.
yeah. All right, so
Okay.
we're going to cover it, and we're going to program that. And you can cook this for 4 hours on high or longer.
Yes.
And about 30 minutes before it's done, we got some Monterey Jack cheese. that we-
shredded cheese.
Yeah, we shredded that up. And we're going to put
I
that
love that
in.
kind of cheese.
I do too. And add that to our soup. And then we'll cover that, let that melt in. We'll check it in about 30. And stir it up. Look at that delicious chicken enchilada soup. Let's scoop some of this up.
Yes, we good.
Comfort in a bowl coming up. Lots of chunks of chicken. And you can sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top and a little bit more onion on top. Whatever you like. We're going to make dump and go vegetable beef soup. So what we've got here,
Have a little over a pound of beef stew meat. We're adding some Italian seasoning. A packet of Lipton beefy onion soup mix.
And this adds a really nice beefy flavor.
Now we're going to add all these yummy veggies we chopped up.
That's right. Dump and go.
Just rake them all in there. Then we're adding a bag of frozen mixed vegetables.
And then,
And 4 cups of beef broth.
yep, there's 4 cups in here,
Then 2 cups of vegetable broth.
which is half this box. Once we get that in there, one more ingredient.
And then 1 can of diced tomatoes.
Gotta have some tomatoes. Can't have beef soup without tomatoes. Just gonna mix this up a little bit in the crock pot. And then I'm gonna program this for 6 hours on high. Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
Yes. Look at that. Wow, that looks great.
I'm hungry. My stomach's growling.
Onions and carrots and peas and potatoes. Look at all them veggies.
Well, as Steve would say, is this the best dump and go vegetable beef soup? If it ain't, it ought to be.
Today we're going to make loaded potato soup. I got 8 strips of bacon in this little Dutch oven here cooking up. Just got it nice and crisp. Get my slotted spoon here. Dig the rest of these little pieces of bacon out of here, and I want to leave the drippings in there because I'm going to make a roux. We've left the bacon grease in there. I'm going to put in 4 tablespoons of butter, 1 yellow onion, all diced up in there. I'm going to switch to a whisk here, and we're going to cook this for a couple of minutes and get this diced up onion kind of nice and soft. Now it's time to add our equal parts of flour, which is 4 tablespoons. Now don't stop stirring because you'll burn the roux. I've got this on medium to medium high heat because I'm wanting to get a little color on this onion. All right, it's only been 2 minutes and this is looking really nice. Time to add some of our liquid. Now I've got 3 cups of chicken stock and I've got 3 cups of whole milk. I'm going to add our milk first. Put in the 1 cup first and get to stirring this. Look at it getting thick, so we're going to keep adding our milk here. We'll put the rest of our milk in, which was 3 cups. Now I'm going to turn it up a little bit to medium high here, and we're going to add our 3 cups of chicken broth. That we can pour right in. And now over here I've got 4 potatoes. I don't like big pieces of potato to eat. I want smaller chunks, so they're kind of only like little 1/2 inch cubes at the biggest. Now we're going to add our 4 potatoes that we have cubed up in there. Now I'm going to go from my whisk back to my spoon. And we're going to bring this to a simmer, and we're going to simmer this for 20 minutes before we add some more delicious goodies. It's been 20 minutes. I just checked the potatoes off camera. They're nice and soft. Now it starts getting good here. We're going to put in 1/2 cup of sour cream. We're going to put in 1 1/2 cups of cheddar cheese. Now you can use mild cheddar, sharp cheddar, but I actually buy medium cheddar when it's hanging on the shelf because then it fits in about all the recipes. So we're going to put in 1 1/2 cups of cheddar cheese. Let's dump in our 8 slices of bacon that have been crumbled up and sitting on this paper towel over here. Doesn't it look terrific? Wow-wee. Now, after we get those ingredients in there, we're going to simmer it for another 5 minutes to let all that bacon and sour cream and cheese really melt. That smells so wonderful. It's been about another 5 minutes. Now we're in the home stretch. Time for a little bit of seasoning. I've only got 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of pepper for this pretty good sized little cooker here, and that's going to be enough to get us started, because there's nothing worse than making a whole big pot full of soup or anything and it's too salty or it's got too much pepper in it or whatever, because you can't take it out, but you can always add it. I think it needs this little ladle right here to ladle some of this delicious potato soup. Look at that in here. We're going to garnish this with a little bit of spring onions, and that's plenty right there. All right, Sheila, come on over here. Let's give this a try here.
You're tender.
They are tender, and isn't that just absolutely delicious with those little pieces of bacon in there and sour cream and cheese? And goodness gracious, you got to try this. Yeah, it's so creamy. We hope you subscribe. We hope you check out some of our other recipes. And is this the best loaded potato soup you ever made? If it ain't, it ought to be.